What's up everyone, welcome back. Today we're playing Lotho, Corrupt Sheriff in Historic Brawl. Lotho is one of the new, or I guess not that new anymore, but newer Lord of the Rings cards from the Lord of the Rings set that came out not that long ago. 2 mana, Orzhov, 2/1, Halfling Rogue. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, you lose 1 life and create a treasure token. So the deck is Orzhov control. Lotho just helps us ramp out ahead of our opponent. Notice it says whenever a player, not whenever an opponent casts their second spell, but whenever a player. So if we cast 2 spells, like some of these low mana curve, we double Thoughtseize them, or, we Thoughtseize and remove something of theirs, then we create a treasure token too. So we can use our own spells to help trigger Lotho's ability. In the early game, this doesn't trigger that often, but as the game goes on, it starts creating more and more value, and it's that extra treasure a turn or so on average really helps get our Kaya out quicker, or helps us wrath the board a little bit faster, or fixes our mana for Necropotence, or gets enough mana for Kaya the Intangible Slayer. So sneaky good card, and especially at 2 mana. So it comes out in turn 2. We don't really care if it lives or dies necessarily. Our deck works without it. It just helps us get some treasures. So let's see if the deck works. If you like this kind of content, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for watching. We'll see what queue we're in with Lotho. I really hope it's not Hell queue. I've been playing a lot of like off the beaten path commanders recently, and a lot of them been thrown in Hell queue. And for those not familiar, Hell queue is the like top tier S tier commanders. This is a very good one. I don't know if I consider it S tier, but it is probably the best dinosaur tribal commander. So take that for what you will. We have all our colors, we have a way to get rid of one of their things, a way to gain life, a way to really get rid of their stuff. So we're 1 land away from farewelling their board. Pretty good. This deck so what does this say under your control? You may discover X. And discover is a casting cost, isn't it? You may cast it, yeah. So if they cast stuff for free, it triggers our Lotho. So we'll keep. We don't have a turn 1 play or a tapped land, so it doesn't really matter which land we play first. Glimpse the Core. Get Lotho down. Them going first kind of helps us because they have more mana than us. So, well, I was going to say they're more likely to double spell than we are, but they did not. Weird that they're in Naya and they held up. I mean, I guess they don't have white, so they can't play their command. Also, they don't have 5 lands, but you really had nothing else to do in your dinosaur tribal deck? That's kind of strange. It seems like they have instant speed something, because there's stick. Did they have like a lightning bolt? I'm trying to think of what they would have in these colors in this deck. That would be like flash speed or instant speed. They're thinking about something like their stick, right? Like we're stuck in this game action, so they have some kind of instant speed, something. Okay. Cool. Let's just get this list down. It's essentially free card draw and free life gain. And if they continue not to play anything, we get both of those things. Or if they double spell, then we get those things. So these two kind of work together. Utopia Sprawl on white. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. They must have just drawn that, because why wouldn't they have played that last turn? Double spell, create a treasure. Resolve. may discover X. Let's see what they do. Mana Tithe. Awkward. You want to Mana Tithe yourself? No? Okay, do we cast this or do we just wait? We can just wait and keep the treasure, right? That's better? Yeah. Let's wait. They're tapped out. It's not like they can do anything about it. Okay, so we have 4 mana, so we can have 5 mana and... Well, we have 5 mana. I just don't want to crack this treasure too early. We can Eldest Reborn, but they have nothing to get back. You know, except for this, which is going to go to command, so we can't reanimate it. We have Wrath of God, so we don't need to be too hasty about clearing this away. Oh, they're impatient. I think we just do it like this. Start gaining some life. We're going to double spell here, so we'll create a treasure. Yeah. Sacrifices a non-token creature. I always have to read that because I'm always afraid that I'm going to do the wrong mode. I wanted to say your go in response. I think we... Ooh. We have so much mana. Yeah, I think we Guardian Idol here. Let's turn our treasures into actual permanent mana. I know it goes down a mana because we had 2 and then we're only getting 1 out of this, but permanent mana is better than 2 temporary mana. Now we have 6. Oh, we don't have 3 black? That's kind of strange. I guess these are colorless. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. I'll take that. I wonder if Lotho's going to go all the way. They're just going to die from 2 damage a turn. Okay. Discover X. Pretty annoying that they get to do that every time this enters the battlefield, but it is what it is. So, yep, we get a treasure. They can choose any non-land permanent. They choose my commander. This is the funny thing about this card. Like, okay, cool. Like, I would much rather you do that than Eldest Reborn. Is it a creature? A target creature or planeswalker? Yeah, so that was their only choice. Okay, that makes more sense. Pass. My turn. Discard a card. Ooh, more board wipes. Lovely. They get rid of Mana Tithe. Yeah, makes sense. We can Necropotence here. That would be pretty funny. We could let them get in for 4 and then board wipe them next turn. We could. Okay, so playing this, now that we have the treasure, allows us to draw a ton of cards. The opponent is very impatient. I think we just do it like this. Foretell this. Draw 4. We're at a very healthy life total. With 3 board wipes and a way to draw cards. Multiple ways to draw cards. We're going to get a creature back. More board wipes. Sick. Finally a land. This is technically a land, but I'd rather use it as a spell. It's a pretty nice one. What do they hit? Oh, they're gonna make a ton of treasures. 9 treasures. 9 tap treasures. Nice. We could farewell those away, but then we also hit our own artifacts, so let's not do that. They're gonna hit me for 4. Sure. So we'll just use this as a blocker. I'm not really worried. What does this do? Creatures opponent control into the battlefield tapped. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good against them. Okay. So let's do it. Do we play Lotho when we know we're gonna board wipe? Probably not. Let's do it like this. Let's let them use all their treasures and do their big turn and all that. We have a blocker. We have a way to gain life. Necropotence for what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So for 2 cards. You never know if we're gonna get like instant speed removal, so it's definitely worth, while we still have enough life, doing it like this. Next, and turn. Undo inversion's pretty funny, although we really don't want to blow up all our mana rocks. We don't have a lot of lands. So we'll probably use this as a land. Okay. They made it hexproof. Oh, okay. So they're gonna blow up my 1 creature? Okay. They have a Day of Judgment in their dinosaur deck? That's so weird. Okay, so we can block with Guardian Idol if we feel like it. We take 4? Do we care? Alright. I hear a lot of you in the comments saying like, I take too long on my turns, and man, this guy takes forever. I'm telling you, man, like, if you people obviously have not played enough Magic the Gathering. Like, you must be newer players, because straight up, your ability to outlast the opponent will get you wins. We weren't in a way, like, a board state of winning, right? We were in a good board state, but we weren't going to win. They had 20 life anytime soon, right? But literally just playing slowly and methodically made them want to give up. I'm telling you, man, it's a tool in your tool belt. So don't be knocking the long, thought out, methodical turns. Especially in control builds. I mean, that's the whole point of control. I mean, that's the beauty in control, right? You're in control. Alright, so opponent 1 down. Dinosaur Cascade. To be fair, if they could see our hand, they probably would have scooped a long time ago. I mean, we have board wipes. I think we had like 4 or 5 board wipes. I mean, once we got a Planeswalker down, we drew into like something like that, we were just going to have endless value. We were going to have to find a way to gain some life back, but we have like Shieldred in the deck and other ways of gaining life. We were getting incremental life with our mana rocks too. See who we get next. Narset. So maybe this deck isn't Hellq, because this is definitely a Hellq commander. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought this was the 6 mana Narset. The hexproof free spell one. This one is very good, but not a Hellq commander. So maybe we're not Hellq, which is encouraging. This is a great card on this commander. Loses all abilities. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. I think we keep. They get to go first. So, yeah, Polluted Delta, go get our, what's it called? Sinkhole? No, Godless Shrine. There's an argument to get this now, because it comes into play tap no matter what. And we may want to fetch the other one and have the ability to play it. Ooh, okay. Have the ability to play it by shocking it in untapped. And if we get this one now, we still have the ability to do that later. Brawl. Well, yeah, I think that's gotta be dealt with. That means that they're like counterspell tribal, right? It also makes their instants and sorceries cost 1 less. So I didn't want to do that to this, but this is such a broken card. We can't allow that to stay on the battlefield with its abilities up. This is great for this. This does the same thing to their commander. Okay, do this. Mind Stone. Would you like to counter my Mind Stone? No. Okay. Let's see if they go for Narset here. They do. Completely naked. No counter magic backup. It's now just a 3/4 with no abilities. Would you like to still play magic, opponent? Okay. So we could Kaya. I kind of wish this was reversed, because I really don't want to exile this with Kaya, and then we kind of lose the perpetual effect. Is there a better play here? Maybe Staff of Completion into Lotho? I probably should have done that the other order, but oh well. I think that might have given us a treasure if I did it in the other order. Or the other, like, played this first than this, but I don't know. Thran Portal. They're gonna kill my commander. Okay. Resolve. Take action. Draw a card. Path of Gods, kind of nice. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see what's in your hand, opponent. And if you counter this, then we have a clean board. Oh, you don't say. No counter magic. Just a hefty Ulamog. They're very far away from casting it, though. If we minus Kaya, they'll have enough mana to play this, to play Narset again, and then we can Wrath. Seems good. Yeah, we'll take the 2 from the staff. Staff also can help us proliferate if we want.
Time to focus. I've got a job to do.
Yeah, the -7 is nuts on this card. Yep, they do it. They did it. We can Kaya and exile this and get a copy of it. That's even better.
I'm basically a pro at saving the world by now. First you, then
Bye. Oh man, any game I can assemble both of these Kayas, I think we're winning the game. But I own this one in paper. I actually cracked it, a foil version of this. I know it's 7 mana, but man, a hexproof planeswalker with this much value, it's just so good. But yeah, just shows the you know, the power of making, you know, a creature lose all abilities, right? I know this is an alchemy card, but it works the same as the enchantment that I put on there, the aura. So I don't find it egregious. It's just like a sorcery, is it instant? It's an instant version of the aura, but it does the same thing. But those cards are great. So if you're ever considering some extra, like you have an extra couple slots in your white deck for some kind of removal or pseudo removal, those cards that make creatures lose all abilities are very powerful in this format. Very mean in Commander, but still very powerful. I don't mind being mean in Historic Brawl because I don't know who these people are. It's kind of refreshing to be a little bit mean. I feel like in Commander you gotta like kind of, you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, blah, blah, blah. But here against an anonymous opponent, I don't gotta worry about that. We'll see who we get next. Omnath, Locust of All. Okay, cool. So we're not in Hellq. That's good. I know I've been saying that, but the more decks I face, the more I confirm that we're not. This is a really cool card. I probably want to build a Commander deck around this at some point. Dang, that full art is sick. That is dope. Okay, a lot of mana, a lot of text here, so I'll read it once we get our hand. This is a good hand against them, so does it have toughness 4 or greater? It does. So this is an awesome hand. Every card in this hand does something good for us. So they get to go first. Omnath, Locust of All. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes black mana instead. We have Godless Shrine in our hand, so let's go get the Sinkhole. That's what it's called, right? The Snow Duel. Wait, where is it at? Hello? Hello? Go get a swamp or mountain. Yeah, where's my sinkhole? Hold on. It's in the deck, isn't it? Did they just omit it from the deck? Didn't we just oh, is it in my hand? It is in my hand. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Okay, well it doesn't matter. Let's get this tapped land. I was like, where the fuck's my land? It's right here. Awkward. It is called Sinkhole though. I'm not crazy. Also a cool little tidbit. The gates that can seek a non-land card are in fact they have a land type like a swamp or a mountain, so they're fetchable. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's do it like this. Let's take a peek in your hand. What's going on in there? Obscure Charm, Settle the Wilds. I don't really care about you ramping. I care about other things you do with your ramp. Anyway, Omnath. So they don't lose unspent mana. They can play it for 4 because it's Phyrexian black, so they took 2 life to play it. We can Baleful Mastery it, which is pretty funny. We can also just Destroy Evil it, which is even better. They might just scoop it up here because their hand is all lands and ramp. But maybe not. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card if it has 3 or more colored mana symbols and its mana cost. If you do, add 3 mana in any combination of colors. If you don't, reveal it, put it in your hand. Essentially, it's just like free card draw based on mana symbols, yada yada. I don't think they have any way to get rid of this right now, so this will gain us a ton of life and drain them a bunch of life, and we have removal for Omnath when it comes back down. We'll probably Baleful Mastery it next, just depending on what we draw. Untap all your lands, sure. I don't think they have anything at flash speed, so that's fine. They didn't play their commander, so we can do this and let them draw a card. But I think we just play Lotho. Next, attack in. I don't think they have instant speed blockers. That'd be very weird in this deck. end turn we can despark it when it comes back down. They're on a clock. I've talked about this card a lot before, but when this card comes down, if the opponent can't remove it, it takes over the game. We'll let this resolve. Bye. We could have held that for their Wilderness Reclamation, which is a very good card, but we have other ways of getting rid of that. Yeah, I think I'd rather do that than One Ring right now. Kami War. That is a way to get rid of Shieldred, so that has to go. I don't think this is going to hit anything in their deck, so we'll just play this, make the treasure, and make them discard a card on our next upkeep. Now we have lethal, because if we attack for 6 and then go to their upkeep, yeah, I think with this board state, we don't really care about Liliana. Untap all your lands, yeah, sure. You can untap anything you want. Get rid of that. That. Bada bing. Bada boom. GG. Man, I'm a Rakdos mage at heart, but man, Orzhov, it's just the best. I know everyone loves Azorius and Dimir, but I mean, as a control color, Orzhov doesn't get enough love. It is like, it has the best removal. To me, black is better card draw than blue. I know. Put down your pitchforks. But to me, black does a better job of drawing mass cards, and then the same effects like the One Ring exist in all decks. So or at least it's comparable. Let's at least agree to say it's comparable, right? Black card draw. It's comparable to blue card draw. Maybe not as good, but it's comparable. So like you get the same-ish amount of card draw, but you get way better removal than blue white. So yeah. And then you get discard effects too. Whew. Tickles my fancy. These have all been relatively quick games for control matches. Obnixilis. This is a cool combo Rakdos commander. Whenever one or more opponents each lose exactly 1 life, put a +1/+1 counter on Obnixilis Captive Kingpin, exile the top card of your library until you're into your end step. You may play that card. So, yeah, essentially make a slew, like ping us for 1 life, make Obnixilis big, and then they get to impulse draw. So it's like, it's kind of like a mini, what's the other Rakdos commander? The Prosper Tomebound. It's like a mini version of that. But then there's combos that exist that I can't remember the name of, but they basically go infinite with that card. We get to go first. 2 lands. Maze Mind Tome. Lantern of Revealing. 1 ring. Shadow to the Sky. Cosmos Elixir. I think we keep. This is a very good control hand as long as we get another land or 2. Bloodstained Mire. Crack it. Go get the Sinkhole. Make sure it's not in my hand. Yeah, go get Sinkhole. And again, the reason we're getting Sinkhole instead of Godless Shrine is because Sinkhole comes into play tapped no matter what. Godless Shrine does not. Let's put a stop here and a stop here. We need to make sure we draw lands. We don't need Kaya's Wrath. We have 2 Wraths already. So little trick with Maze Mind Tome. It's their end step, right? We've already used it. But on our upkeep, we can use it again to scry twice before we draw. Nope. So those are 2 good scries away. Now we draw. It's not a land. But we at least tried, right? we can at least play Lotho. Nice thing about having a 2-mana commander. We don't do nothing with 2 mana. Yeah, if we draw another land, then we start really cooking. Thankfully, they haven't done anything yet. Invoke Despair gets around Swiftfoot Boots. Also, Wraths get around Swiftfoot Boots. They're just going to kill my commander and give me a treasure. That's sick, man. Oh, look at that. I will take that Phyrexian Arena. Thank you very much. They think they did a good job. We need lands again. Resolve. Maybe they were saying oops because they gave me a treasure. Maybe that's what they were saying oops to. It's definitely possible. Oh yeah, they have haste. Yep. Resolve. Done. We don't need this stop because we're going to draw a land. Yep, makes sense. Okay, not really what we want. Do we take the 2 life? Yeah. We gotta get the mana going. We can gain some life with this as well, and Maze Mind Tome, so I don't have to feel too bad about it. We're gonna gain 4 life here, and we can gain 3 life here. So as you can see, Obnixilis gets very big. If we get... Is this 1 mana of any color? Yeah. If we get another black source, we can invoke Despair it. If we don't, we'll Shadow this guy, I guess. It lets them draw a card, but it's better than dying. Okay, pass. We'll put a stop here. We definitely want to... activate some stuff. So we will scry, gain 4. Resolve. Do they have any creatures down here? No, so we can't gain life. It's not a black source, but a board wipe on this board state is pretty good. And we don't want to skip lands. Yep. Resolve. They get to impulse draw. Damn, they get Ragavan. That does suck. We could One Ring, which will encourage them to play out even more shit, and then we could board wipe them. I think that's the way we go. Because again, we have protection from everything now. So... oh, that's pretty cool. I love the synergy there. That's a really cool card to include. Lots of impulse draw. Oh, please play the Shieldred. Play the Ragavan and play the Shieldred. You know you want to. Do it. Do it. Ah. Okay. Interesting. Destroy all artifacts you don't control. Huh. So these are going to go away. So they're just voluntarily losing those. Right? No, not the Ragavan. Okay. Yeah. Resolve. Land. Okay, so do we Cleansing Nova? Because that's the most expensive? Or... we don't have enough... yeah. We don't have enough black yet. This would give us enough black to do Invoke Despair on Obnixilis. Bye. So they have enough to recast Obnixilis, but not enough to equip the boots. I don't think. Oh no, they do. If they play the land, they can They can do that. Yes. Oh, and it has haste. Right. Done. We do have Liliana, though. Okay. So I think that's what we do.
This isn't your average zombie horde. Let's reduce the battle to shambles.
Their commander now costs 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They can play it, and that's it. Spawn of Mayhem. Attach the boots. Attack Liliana. Or attack me. Black Market. They attack Liliana. Okay. So we essentially just saved ourselves 4 life.
Ugh, looks like you're on your own.
Done. Kaya. We can make him sack an enchantment. So we can make him sack this creature and this enchantment. And then what? We have 2 mana left over to destroy evil when this comes down. Oh no, it's not toughness 4 greater. Damn. We can exile the Swiftfoot Boots and have 2 mana left over. But I think we gotta get rid of that creature. We can also Wrath. Nah. Let's get rid of their card draw. Make them lose 2 life. Pass. We have Reliquary Tower, so we don't have to discard the hand size. Professional Facebreaker. Okay, give it boots. Oh my god. Damn. If only it was destroy target artifact. Yeah. We're getting hit for 2. Your opponents can't gain life. Okay.
Play nice, they said.
Resolve. This is getting kind of hairy with the Phyrexian Arena. We might have to destroy our own Phyrexian Arena, honestly. Is that what we do here? Is that what we're doing with this Destroy Evil? It's not going to hit this. It's not going to hit this. It's basically useless. We have so many cards in hand. We should be able to figure this out. Yeah, I think we got to. Land tax. This gains us life. But then we do have the ability to play this and get an untapped land and Cosmos Elixir and wipe the board. Their commander costs 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they would have enough to play this and attack me if I wipe the board. Do I have instant speed removal? I don't. This will gain me life though, right? Yeah, so I think that's what we gotta do. Gain me 2 life. So we'd be just out of range. Oh my goodness, what do I do from here? This is insane. This gains me life. Do they have a creature down here? They do. They do. Okay. So what if we just board wipe? No. We need to gain life. Jeez, I need to do so many things, but we can undo inversion. No, we can't. We don't have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we do. Oh, we haven't cracked this yet. Okay. That's what we're doing. I found the line. Sorry. It took me a while, but I figured it out. Then everything goes away except for our one. We do take one to the face, but they're not going to be able to cast their commander for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Right. What does it say? Whenever convention enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 way. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That's awkward. Okay, so we gotta start gaining life. So first what we do, Shoulder's Edict is nice. First what we do is gain some flippin' life. All our black sources are dual. Okay. Let's get rid of the monkey. Gain 3. Let's wipe the board. Lose 2. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's play the tap land. Hold up Shieldred's Edict. If we get rid of their commander one more time, I don't think they're going to be able to play it again. Resolve. Do we do it like this? Yeah, actually, you know what? I think we do. The reason is we can get Kaya down. We lose a life, but we're going to start gaining life with Cosmos Elixir. Resolve. Their commander now costs 10. They didn't play a land this turn. Oh my god. Okay. You. Gain me some life, please. Kaya. Bye.
How hard could it be?
Oh, man. I don't even know what to say. 2 life to 22 and they scoop. But, yeah. Whew. Someone in the comments has got to tell me if it was absolutely necessary to go this low on life. The answer is probably no, but I had a plan. So Cosmos Elixir at our end step will gain us 2 life. It's small, but they have no board pressure. Their commander costs 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They need 2 lands or mana sources. Whatever's in their hand, they don't feel like it's going to turn this board state around or do 2 damage. They're in red, so they easily could draw like a lightning bolt or something. But as soon as I gain the 2 life from this, I'll be at 4. And then every turn I'm going to be slowly getting out of this hole. And, you know, Kaya, if they don't have an answer for it, is just going to exile all their stuff. We'll probably just... I was going to probably exile this Bastion because it's a way of draining us, right? As we get rid of their stuff. So... exile this. You know, if they ever play this again, we could probably exile it. Anyway, I think they saw the writing on the wall, which was not good. And then if we start to get enough life, we could start to proliferate, pay 3 life to proliferate Kaya, and then we could -7 Kaya. That would have been bonkers too. Okay, anyway. GG. I couldn't tell if the opponent was like BMing in the beginning or if they were just like trying to chat with me, but I don't do emote chatting, you know? Like To me, all emote chatting is disrespectful. There's like no respectful emote chatting. If you say like hello in the beginning of the match and that's it, I'll say hello back because that's fine. But anything past that, nah, man. Them's fighting words. Blood spatter analysis. Why do I feel like I saw this previewed? Enchantment. When blood spatter analysis enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to target creature and opponent controls. Whenever one or more creatures die, mill a card and put a bloodstain counter on blood spatter. First of all, I think it's blood splatter, but okay, blood spatter analysis. Then sacrifice it if it has 5 or more bloodstain counters on it. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so it's like good in like a graveyard deck, I guess. Alright, kind of interesting. Blood spatter. Is it blood spatter? Have I been saying it wrong my whole life? Not that I say blood splatter a lot, but it's blood spatter, not blood splatter? Okay, well, anyway, that's not why you guys are watching the video. Deck tech. Lotho. This version of Lotho. So, like I said, Orzhov control. Definitely, probably my second favorite type of control. It's grown on me a lot. I mean, I started out with like the typical control stuff, you know, Esper control and then, you know, blue-white control, and those are all fine, you know. But Orzhov control is just, first of all, control decks in more than 2 colors are hard. Like, control is already hard enough. Putting a 3rd color in there, unless you have great mana fixing, is difficult, right? So if you're doing like Sultai, control blue, green, black, right, or Bant control, where you have, you know, it's Azorius plus green essentially. If you have like a mana fixing color in your 3 mana color control deck, fine, right? I'm not talking about those. But when you start talking about like Esper control, you know, and things that don't have mana fixing inherently in them, it gets hard to run those decks. So having a 2-color guild that is really, really good at removal and making people discard cards, like essentially taking away the opponent's resources, which is what you want to do in control, like black-white is, it's just really easy to build a seamless deck like this that just takes over games. And then, like I was talking about in the intro, we didn't see a whole ton of Lotho, but when Lotho came down, he at least always got us at least 1 treasure, right? I said at least too many times there, but you know what I mean. When Lotho came down, he always gave us at least 1 treasure. And most of the time, he gave us more than 1 treasure. So for 2 mana, you could change the text on this card is 2 mana, lose a couple life, create a couple treasures at some point, right? I think any of us would take that. Some people tried to remove Lotho and it didn't really matter. It didn't change our deck, right? Lotho is just a way to help get us ahead. Sometimes when we were mana screwed, Lotho helped us just keep us in the game because the opponent would, you know, cast their second spell to remove Lotho, and all of a sudden we have a treasure. Now we have 3 mana instead of the 2 mana we were stuck on. So, sneaky good card. Try it out. You could even you could do a totally different deck with Lotho. You could do Lotho, Orzhov, you know, what am I thinking? Aristocrats, where it's all like sacrifice stuff. You could do Lotho there too, right? You could do Lotho in Orzhov creature matters decks or Orzhov mid-range. Like, Lotho's really flexible, right? You know, if you're okay having a commander that doesn't propel the value engine of your deck, you know, but just gives you some, you know, good value like extra mana, I think Lotho could be used in a number of different kinds of builds. It doesn't have to be extreme control like this deck is, although this is what I find the most fun for me personally. But I could see this being a great card in pretty much any kind of Orzhov deck because he's 2 mana, so he comes down on curve all the time, and makes more mana for you. I mean, what a cool card. And you can trigger it. It doesn't just have to be your opponent. It's you. Like, if you play small creatures, then this will trigger it as well. So, awesome deck. Had a great time playing it. I think I've pretty much ironed out the best version of Orzhov control. I've played this shell in a number of different decks, whether it was Kaya as the commander or this Kaya as the commander. They've all done really well. I don't think we lost a single game in this episode, and I don't think I lost a single game in this episode or this episode. And it's basically the same shell with just a couple cards changed. So this is a really solid shell for any kind of Orzhov build, or control Orzhov build, I should say. So go ahead and try it out. Appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, leave a comment, like, all that YouTube stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.